Good morning, Woodside. Here are your announcements for Tuesday, April 26th. I'm Leah.
And I'm Amelia. Stay tuned for news about Fundraising Friday and college classes over the summer.
You're watching Woodside TV Live.
On this day in 1865, 12 days after assassinating President Abraham Lincoln, John Wilkes Booth was killed. Fundraising Friday is this Friday. Student organizations will be selling food during lunch on April 28th. Students must purchase tickets and then use the tickets to get the items. Tickets will be sold on Thursday, April 27th during lunch and on Friday, April 28th during brunch and lunch. One ticket is worth $1.
El viernes de clubes es este viernes. Las organizaciones estudiantiles venderán comida el 28 de abril. Para comprar, tienen que comprar boletos antes del evento. Cada boleto vale $1.
Class boards will be held today at lunch. Freshmen are in F5, sophomores in E15, juniors in E13, and seniors in E22.
Las juntas de clases se llevarán a cabo hoy durante el almuerzo. Los estudiantes de primer año están en F5, los estudiantes de segundo año en E15, los estudiantes de tercer año en E13 y los estudiantes de último año en E22.
Does your family have a garden at home? The Green Academy plant sale is tomorrow after school by the flagpole. 2 plants for $5. There are tomatoes, herbs, and flowering plants available.
¿Tienes un jardín en casa? La Green Academy venderán plantas mañana, 2 plantas para $5. Habrá plantas de tomates, hierbas y flores.
Vice Principals Porter and Belshkow wish to remind you that you must have a WHS parking permit to park in the student lot. Please park within a proper space and drive safely or risk losing on-campus parking privileges. We have issued parking permits for all spaces available and no new permits will be processed. Parking in the student lot without a permit or parking in the staff lot or visitors lots will result in a ticket and progressive consequences.
Los subdirectores desean recordarle que deben tener un permiso de estacionamiento emitido para estacionar en el estacionamiento para estudiantes. Estacione en un espacio adecuado y conduzca de manera segura o perder los privilegios de estacionamiento en el campus. No se procesarán nuevos permisos. Estacionarse en el lote de estudiantes sin un permiso o estacionar en los lotes del personal o de visitantes resultará en una multa y consecuencias progresivas.
Interested in taking a college class over the summer? Counselors will be helping students complete concurrent enrollment processes on tomorrow, April 27th, during lunch and in tutorial in D9.
¿Está interesado en tomar una clase universitaria durante el verano? Los consejeros ayudarán a los estudiantes a completar el proceso de inscripción simultánea mañana, 27 de abril, durante el almuerzo y tutoría en D9.
Here are the rest of today's announcements.
What are you doing over the summer?
I'm doing the big read.
What's that?
It's a school thing, and you have to read a book 150 pages or longer, and it's to help Woodside with the sense of belonging and increase your literacy. You have to read it by August, and it can be any genre you want.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. What's even better is if you're in an AP or AS class, you can use your assigned reading to fulfill this requirement.
So I have a bachelor's in English and then an all but thesis for a master's in engineering, and then I have my master's in education. My college journey I think was not super typical because I had a really hard time in high school and I didn't actually think I would even get into college for a while. So I applied to exactly one school, and it was San Francisco State, and I just always wanted to live in San Francisco, you know, because I lived in the Bay Area South Bay for my childhood. And so I applied to San Francisco State, got in, and went to school there, changed my major once I was there a few times, and then I thought that I would get a master's in English, and I took these, you're supposed to take these graduate exams, but all my scores were really high in math and logic, and so I decided to go to San Jose State and study engineering, which I did do. And then I hit physics, and I had a really hard time with physics, and so I completely stopped doing all of it. And I had a job where I was coding, and I got really bored one day of it, and I applied on a total whim to New York. It was the only school I applied to, and I completely forgot about it. And then 6 months later, they sent me a admissions letter and an offer of money. That was it, and I moved to New York.
That's all for today, Woodside.
Have a great day, and remember to
Stay wild, Wildcats.
Roar.